Welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to Black Book. This is a game that does not like me tabbing out at all whatsoever, which is annoying. But it is a game that was made by Morteshka and published by HypeTrain Digital. So both of those people were involved in this. And here we go back into our Slavic witch card battling fantasy, where hopefully we will do some good along with our sins. Here is our house.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt.
And it seems like we are starting back in this conversation at old Yegor's Izba. So some of this conversation will seem familiar to those of you who were here yesterday.
Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
Hey, Dragon, welcome
This
in.
is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal?
So we have made this decision before. It's saved basically at the beginning of this day, which is fine, as expected. So here we go. We know for a fact that the changeling chort that we are trying to assist and get Nicole married to, because he promised, is the answer.
That Abderija switched the girl with an aspen log.
Abderiha. Hopefully Mr. Scrake will come in and make fun of how I pronounce all of these words, because it is his native tongue, not mine.
A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasya. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
I really like the idea that this old soldier is like, of course I will marry a demon, because who else would possibly want me? You know, he has gone to war, he has seen battle, he has seen terrible things. Only a demon could handle someone who has, killed men and sinned as hard as he has in the name of whatever cause he was going to war for. So
I haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then.
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
So, she asked for a cross worn by a devil. Because we are in a period of time where the old beliefs and magics are still practiced to some extent, but Christianity has swept through and brought in the church and everything. She has asked for a Christian name, which must be given to you by a priest, and she has asked for an enchanted belt woven by a witch, which can only be done by a witch of a significant more power than Vasilisa, who is still barely out of apprenticehood. I mean, she is fully a witch, but she's still learning, so. Well, order she asked for crossbelt name. I mean, we can do it in any order because I think we just have to show up with all three items. I don't think you like get an item and go to the and go to the bathhouse. You like acquire all three items and then go to the bathhouse with them. We had thought to do the belt first, but we could certainly do the cross or the name. It doesn't really matter. But they do sound like increasing difficulty. We know for a fact, because of how we ended yesterday, that the belt is we're going to have to go up against a very difficult woman, so perhaps we should do the belt first. Because she's gonna be hard regardless.
An enchanted belt woven by a witch.
This is not as simple as it seems. You are a knower, yes, but not powerful enough to weave a belt like that. It also takes a lot of time.
Enjoy Monster Hunter Dragon, and thank you for lurking in my chat while you do so. I always appreciate your company.
I know this witch, Kapitalina Ivanovna. People call her the Spinner. But she's not an easy woman to deal with. We'd better go together.
So we can start with the spinner, or we can go to different requests. He will tell us all about them, but honestly, I kind of am down to go with the spinner first, just because she's going to be difficult. We may as well do her first when she's the easiest amount of difficult she could possibly be.
Well, let's start with the belt.
Very well then. To the Spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the Spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
So his name is Nikolya, but he, old Yegor calls him Kolya because he basically calls everyone by a nickname. Vasilisa is Vazha. That is her nickname. That is the shortening of her name. He uses those names interchangeably. So until he's angry with someone, he doesn't really use your full name. So just know that he is saying the nicknames as a way of being, you know, like, I like you, or I'm fond of you kind of thing.
Sure, Dad.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride.
Abanya is a bathhouse, by the way.
The Spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
All right, let's ask questions because it's always good to have all the information right off the bat.
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the Spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
What should I say to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything slip, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
Time to go.
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops. It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
All right, we got things to do. So let's deal with our chorts. We have weather, calamity, strife, mind, and more strife. You're the strife guy, you're the fire guy, but we have hunger and animals. I want them to be busy. I will send you here. And as for you, I will send you here. That takes care of them. All right. We read this yesterday. And here is our map. There is a book merchant. We don't have any skill points at the moment. All right. Let us talk to Cole.
What was that with the stove? As if I'd believe that you forgot how to kindle it. And then you got a bit too scared when the demon girl grabbed you with the fire.
It is as you say, Vaisa. It's not about the stove. I don't know what's wrong with me. There was this one incident. Since then, I'm not myself when I see any fire. I'm scared of it something awful. That's exactly the reason why the lads dared me to go to the Banya. They heard the rumors and wanted to have a bit of fun at my expense. Only I'm not one to give up so easily.
But why? What's wrong with fire?
Oh, it's a long story.
So how did you end up a soldier?
Well, they took me as a recruit. You were just a kid then and don't remember much about it, I gather. Old Yegor just took you in after your parents.
Well, when you went into the service, was it by your own choice?
Aye, by choice. To be honest, some other lad drew the lot, but we have a large family. And I'm a hot-headed guy.
Right, and a fine one.
Ha, quite right. It was my decision. I made my way to my field regiment, and they sent us to fight the Turks.
Did they give you your cross there?
Aye, that's a different story. I'll tell it later.
You just sent me a photo of your Palico. His name is a reference to one of my fave anime characters. Awesome.
Do you plan to marry that girl or not?
Let's help her first, won't we? She must be a strong girl to pull through that sort of thing. Maybe God sent her.
A demon? Sent by God?
Well, she said she was a changeling, didn't she? The girls of my age are all married. Who would marry an old soldier anyway? Only a demon.
I don't agree, but I mean, that's his he is allowed his opinion.
About the fire. Would it take very long to tell the story?
Maybe not that long. Anyway, don't be such a bath broom. I'll tell you some other time. Don't you have anything else to do?
Oh, Nikolai. Sorry, Nicole. There apparently is another card game in our card battling game. Are we just... Welcome to your first game of Durek. Your goal is to use up all your cards. The last person left with cards in their hand is the loser, the fool, or Durek. Players take turn attacking the player next to them with one or more cards. Attack Nikolai with the 6 of hearts. Nikolai beat your card with his king. Press End turn button to proceed with the game. At the end of each round, the players take turns drawing new cards until they have 6 in their hand. It starts with the first attacker this round. Nikolai attacked you with his 8 of clubs. To defend from this card, and put it in the discard pile, you need to play a card of the same suit, but one higher in rank. Beat the 8 of clubs with your 9. Excellent. It's your turn again. Start your next attack. Play the 7 of diamonds. Although Nikolai beat your card with 10 of diamonds, you may launch a new attack with a card of the rank that had already been played. For instance, you can now attack with a 10 or another 7. I'm going to go with the 7. Nikolai gave up and took the cards, for he has nothing to beat them with. This turn is yours. Before letting you play on your own, we have to discuss trump cards. Note the trump card. The trump suit is stronger than other suits and can beat all other cards, even those of the different suit and even those that are of higher rank. For instance, a trump 10 will even beat a king. Since cards with trump suit are stronger, you should decide whether to use them at your first convenience or save them for a crucial point. By the way, the player who has the lowest ranking trump card in his hand goes first. Good luck. It looks like spades are trump. I have a spade 10 and a spade king, but we're gonna go with a diamond 8. All right, we're gonna go with a club 10. Spade 10 it is. And he will take the cards. Club 7. Cardcaptors was one of the first animes I watched as a kid and fell in love with. I mean, it's a pretty good anime, yeah. Apparently, it's a traditional card game. Very popular. I do not... It doesn't look like I have the ability to attack again. No, apparently not. Okay. Okay, he attacked with a king of diamonds. Well, I can do this. I can do this. But I'll have to take the cards on the table. Well, that's easy. Okay. I'll start with the 10 of hearts. Got it. Not entirely certain why I can attack sometimes and not others. We will use the king of clubs. Queen of hearts. Seven of hearts. Queen of clubs. King of spades. You sure will take them. 8 of hearts. Okay. 9 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds. Okay. Let's see here. 9 of spades. The Ace of diamonds. King of hearts. I only have kings and aces, so king of diamonds, I guess. King of spades. Interesting. Ooh, he kept spades. I have to take it. I have been defeated. Not entirely certain I grokked the entirety of that card play, but it was interesting. We technically have talked to old Yegor. Do we have anything that we can put here? No? What if I go into here? No, there's no button for any of that. Okay. We know what that is. We know what that is. We know what's down there. Alright, I guess it's visitors' time.
Vasilisa, listen. Thank you for your help with the banya.
Don't thank me yet. We still need to free the girl.
It's just that I wouldn't be able to go at all if it weren't for you. Here, I want to give you this. Here, take it.
Gain +1 eloquence on battle start. Interesting.
What's that? A deck of playing cards or something?
Sure is. Been saving them for some time. They are antique, but first class. I'll teach you to play if you wish.
They say the devil himself is not averse to a good game of Durak.
Ah, I played Durak before I'd gotten the deck. I suppose we'll play cards. I'm up against old Yegor this time. Hearts are trump. Okay. Seems you're playing a dangerous opponent. You sense that your opponent has mastered the art of witching Durak. It means that your opponent will be able to transform his regular cards into trump cards at the worst possible moment. Be careful. Okay. We want to keep as many of the hearts as we can for later. Nope, I will stick to that. That was fine. I was hoping to keep more of those hearts. Oh. He did something. Ten of diamonds? Okay. It's an interesting game. I'm not entirely certain I understand the intricacies of it all, but we're getting somewhere. I still have at least 2 hearts in my hand, so... Okay. Now I have 3. There we go. think I won this time. I got it. It's just about keeping the trump in mind. Okay, okay. We did it. We learned. It is time for us to head off. We will go to the book merchant. So our main task is to get the belt from the spinner. Our optional task is to investigate Petrov's fields. There is a Belichka, 2 encyclopedia, and a song. Old Yegor is coming with us as our ally. We're gonna go to the book merchant first. This strange man sold Zagavors to old Yegor sometimes. Let's go see what pages he has.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavor dealer.
Sorry, Zagavor. Hey, Cam, welcome in. Mellow indeed.
The wisdom that lies upon dark pages is not that of madness. You cannot paint me as a liar.
I can reset my skills, or I can buy Zagavors. So this is a key, this is an order, this is a key, this is an order. This is well-versed and well-versed bless. This does not use word slots of a Zagavor for damage. This one amplifies damage by 2, but is an order. Piety increases the defense value in pages for 3. But you have to have defense to piety it. But it does remain for a turn, so I think I'm gonna go for this one. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm only gonna add 1 page. Excellent. To the Abakin forest. A small forest situated near the road from Vilgort to Pientig. I butchered that name. Please excuse my butchering of all the Slavic words. It is not a language I
of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot.
know well.
Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast.
We could take the cross, we could bury the dead, or we could go on our way. I do not know what taking the cross would do. Probably add to our sin. We've got plenty of sin already. I think it might be for the best that we bury the dead, leaving the dead out for the carry-on. It's just not nice. That's how you get ghosts, man. Angry, angry ghosts. But, chat, you are welcome to weigh in yourselves. Let me know what you think I should do. Still fighting my sickness, but I think I will be fine going to work tomorrow. I'm glad that you're feeling better, Cam. I'm so sorry that you were feeling poorly for so long. But I hope that you have lots of rest, lots of fluids, lots of meds to help with the symptoms. And I hope that work tomorrow goes well, if you go. You'd probably gain sin, but you'd get a cross, just not the Changeling's cross. Might be handy. It could be handy. And it's not as if the dead man needs it. But at the same time, do I really... I seem to be collecting sin hand over fist, and I'm not entirely certain what that's doing for me, for good or for evil. We're still pretty early in the game, so. Though this is a blind playthrough, like I have no idea what's going on. My first playthrough. I wonder if I can take the cross and bury the dead. Or if it's just one or the other. Well, no time like the present to test things. For science, we will take the cross.
Overcoming nausea, you easily rip the cross from the dead man's chest. You clean it and take it with you.
Gain +2 ward on battle start. And +2 sin. Okay. So, I can no longer do anything for the corpse. But I did gain an item. The hearth clay actually... This is only the first turn. This is 2 every round. As much as the old axe is giving me some amount of health, I think I'm gonna switch it out for the cross. And I do have the deck. Gain eloquence for black on battle start. Increase well-versed effective deck pages of black pages for 1. Ooh. Ooh. White would help with the healing, but for healing I have the antique mortar. I need more I need more equipment slots. It's what it's coming down to. I would like to have the deck, but for now the Dead Man's Cross is much more useful. Okay. Let us move on. We're gonna go to... We do all the optional stuff, so Ploskoi Ravine is next. Peasants spotted a great whirlwind in this ravine a few days ago and asked me to check it out. We do all the optionals, because you never know what you're gonna get.
All of a sudden, the tops of the trees rattle and clang. Alarmed, birds fly away, screaming in fear. You see a whirlwind filled with loose branches and dust from the road, headed your way.
We could throw a knife, we could step aside, we could read a prayer, or we could go, Yegor, help. Bramble, thank you. Good afternoon yourself. You are walking into Black Book. It is a card battling game with a depth of story surrounding Slavic myth and history. So we are dealing with a dust devil of some sort. Emphasis on the devil. And we have to decide in this moment whether we will throw a knife at the whirlwind, step aside as it is coming straight for us, read a prayer in its direction to see if that won't disrupt it, or ask our grandfather slash mentor slash teacher, Yegor, for help. Seeing as he is the much more experienced Koldun, aka Witch. Also, please forgive all of the butchering of Slavic words that I am going to do. Read a prayer, exorcism, banish evil. Bramble says I should banish the evil with a prayer. What does the rest of chat think? I mean, I will still have to make the decision in the end, but I like the conversation. I'm just attempting to talk to you guys. You shall not pass. Do I look like Gandalf? Vasilisa is a girl. I do not look like Gandalf. Yegor, on the other hand. All right, we will read a prayer.
You read a prayer, and the whirlwind stops spinning, dissolving into hundreds of demons. Among this throng of unholy spirits, you see a girl in white. She has a noose around her neck. She tries to say something, but the enraged demons immediately summon a new whirlwind and fly away. Several imps stay behind to deal with you.
Card battle time. We have 2 demons, one of which will summon more, and one of which will hit us for 4. But we have 5 defense at the moment, so I'm not worried about that. We need to deal with this guy. That's a key. Looks like most of our orders are also defensive, but we will be hitting this guy for 4. In Father's name, we're happy to do, and I mean, we got all of our major defenses, so we're just gonna do that. He is gonna also hit this guy. Do we want to use an herb? No. No, we'll wait on that. And now we've got two dudes gonna hit us for 8, essentially. But this is sticking around for this turn. You, at the very least, will do damage. And then I guess for the rest of it, we're going to need to up our defenses. And Yegor's on cooldown. So I have 12 defense right now, which should hopefully block everybody. Not sure why throwing a knife would do much good. I mean, I don't know either. I didn't even realize we were carrying one. Alright. Let's see here. Increases the number of keys in the book by next round by 2. And heals. Removes negative status. I don't have any negative status at the moment. This is gonna up my damage. Let us do... We need to get rid of this guy. We need to maximize our block. And then we will also do this, which, well, we're gonna get hit and it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be okay. Yeah. We'll do this. This, yeah. So this guy's almost dead. And then we just have to deal with these guys. Blocked. Blocked. I'm gonna take 2. Not a bad turn. Alright. So. We're definitely gonna hit everybody. Let's get Bless going. I don't have nearly enough block. This guy is 6. I'm currently doing a bunch of damage. Well. You are currently doing the most damage to me, so I will just do this to you. Let's go. Took 7. We're fine, guys. Don't worry. Please deal with him. We're gonna do a little bit of healing. I need you to go. In fact, I'm going to amplify all of the damage on this guy. You're dead. I will take 3 damage this turn. Not bad. Okay. We're gonna heal. We're gonna try and take down the big guy because his damage keeps going up. Yeah, we'll do this and we'll do this. Wait. Never mind. We'll do this on you because you only have 2 health left, and we will do this on you. Yeah. Let's go for that. You're dead. Now there's only you left. And I can block you very easily. Perfect. We're gonna attack you. We will heal and we will block. We are almost at full health, and this guy can't hurt me. So I have nothing but healing. Fine, I'll do this. I'll do this. And I'll do this. Now I got some damage. You only have 4 life left. Get wrecked. Okay, so this is an order. Fierce amplifies damage by 2 after each use of the page of the same name. Gesture does not use a word slot, and this one hits everybody. 2 orders and a key. I am gonna get Key Tongue this time, I think. I think that would be good for us. Alright, optional check. We're gonna go to Solomon Marshes next. You look like you're playing cards with the big cat. Something like that, yes. People rarely venture into these marshes. Since they're not really inhabited by anyone, various spirits have made this area their dwelling. And we're gonna go check it out.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the swamp area.
Welcome in, Mr. Scrake, by the way. Do we wait? Do we attack? Do we play cards? Or do we leave? I think we play cards.
The stakes are high in this demonic game. Your soul versus the girl's freedom.
Let's not lose. Diamonds. we want to hold on to our diamonds. If I click on you, do I learn anything? No. We will start with the 6. Okay. Eight of spades. So the 10, the diamonds are the trump suit, is all you really need to know. I could have hit him with the diamond, but I was like, no. Ah, that sucks. I've lost a diamond. We'll do this. Okay. Oh, he's taking all my diamonds. This is not looking good, guys. Yeah, it's Duroc. Welcome in. Ugh. Okay. No, I'll just take the cards. Taking that too. I'll take it. This is a problem. Oh, that I can do. But I died. Load. We'll go back.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the
Let's
stakes
play cards
are
again.
high in this
I
deep.
want to get Duroc down. This is good practice. We may be save scumming a couple of times. Spades are the trump suit this time. I have very few spades. I'm just gonna take that card. I want to keep the spades. This I can do. Okay. I don't like that the only thing I have to block with is spades. He is definitely kicking my ass, and I'm not happy about that. Let's get rid of these clubs. Good. He lost a spade. I can do that. No, this is the time to block. Okay, I have a spade again. Let's get rid of these hearts. He had to use spades that time. Okay, okay. I can block with this and this, which is not spades, so take that. We'll get rid of this diamond. And I can attack with another diamond. Okay. I can only block with spades. I'll take it. but he won again. The heart of the cards, indeed. Hello, Fen. I'm getting my ass kicked by a demon. I might have to fight him in a minute, but we're gonna try the card game again.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock.
I am making terrible choices.
The stakes are high in this.
I want to win Duroc once. Oh no! Yeah, no. Okay, diamonds are trump. Okay. I have 0 diamonds in my hand. I can block that. I'm gonna try a different direction. I'm just gonna go hide cards this time. Okay. That's the only diamond I have. I can defeat that. Let's do a 6 of hearts. That's fine. But now I lose my diamonds. Fine. I'm gonna make you use diamonds. Take them all. Okay, I have a couple of diamonds. Let's do high cards to make him really work. Now he has a high card diamond. Okay. We can defeat both of those. Let's do this. Good. I'm still good on my diamonds. All right, we'll do this. And this. And this. I think I got it this time. Maybe. Well, king versus king. Fuck. Maybe not. Okay. Okay. I won it this time. I won it this time. I got it, you guys. I got it. Parapolo. I'm gonna finally take this card. This page. Thank you! It only took me 3 tries. It only took me 3 tries. But I did it. I'm so proud of myself. The village near Kama Village. Urolka. Yeah, right, Mr. Scrake. Not even close.
Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
Oh dear. Do we offer to help Scare the whole village or continue the journey? I think we offer to help.
You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your zagavers, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
Which is represented by rubles. But we did good things. Alright, old idol. Talk is, somewhere in the old woods stands an old pagan pyramid idol. Let's go get it.
Bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
Okay, we learned something new. Cherden mythology. The Urals offer a particular blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples, who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Mari and Udmurt people did not adopt Christianity, but kept their ancestors' traditions. The Komi people adopted the new religion, but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with the traditions of the Old Believers, who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol, or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situation in the Urals with a singular notion of double belief. There's just so much of it there. I love it when we learn new things. This game teaches so much. Yeah, probably should have been wealth or resources instead of rubles. Yeah, but they decided to go with rubles, and that's fine. It's a simplification. Alright, the road to, Piatnig. People rarely venture into these marshes since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling. Through the marsh we go.
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Do we help the girl or do we not interfere? We are going to see the spinner. If we free this girl from the spinner's influence, we might upset the spinner before we even reach her. Or she might give us valuable information that we could use against the spinner, if we help her. What do we do, chat? What do we do? Information could be very valuable. I mean, information is always valuable, though not necessarily to you. I'm a helper. I'm gonna help her.
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
I lost some sin. Yay. Not yet, anyway. I have redeemed myself of some of my sin. Visilov Woods. Grim Woods by the spinner's house.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
Well, we got more information, so... Vekshitas. The word for witch, vedma, also takes its root from the word vedet, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called vekshita, from veksha, squirrel. It is a phonic distortion of the word veshita, one who knows. According to Cherden mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an expectant mother. According to the same texts, witches often gathered atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Witches performed black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Sheridan Used, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with chorts. I mangled all of them, Mr. Scrake. I apologize profusely for mangling such a beautiful language. But as we all know here, I am tragically American. But yes. We learned. So what do we do with this dead girl? Do we go tell about the body in the city, in the town? Or do we summon her spirit to see what the frick happened? We could do either. We don't know her. But how do we want to help her? And also, why was she strung up in the woods for the first place? Quite possible. I'm betting that if we summon the spirit, it'll have some of those demons with it. We did see that whirlwind of demons with the girl in white in the middle, that with the noose around her neck. So I actually think that summoning the spirit might actually be of benefit to her. I'm gonna do that.
As soon as you draw a circle, 2 demons burst from the skin of the hanged girl. It seems that demons have reached the body before you.
Yeah, let's just deal with this shit. Alright, they're just gonna try and hit me. That's fine. In Father's name, let's hit everybody. But you especially. You can put a curse on this asshole. Now they can't actually hurt me that much. All of the damage was blocked. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna do this as the key. Let's see here. I could... We have 4. This is 7. So I can hit you, put up some decent block, which will be just... Yeah, that will be good. Get wrecked. And they will not be able to do any damage at all to me. Alright. I only... You're... We'll do Bless. I only have Waste here, so throw some Waste on you. And then we'll do this on you as well. This should up the damage. We'll see. And you're dead. Alright, so this guy we have to deal with. I have not gotten hit at all. We're gonna deal with you. We have Ward, which is being buffed by Piety. So I guess we'll do this. Not that we need healing, but... Bless is gone, which is fine. But he can't possibly hurt me, so I'm not worried about it. Let us wreck this dude. Actually, let's do that in the other order. Let's do this one, then this one. And we'll throw up some defense, because that's what we got. Get wrecked. I'm gonna go with lock. And I went up a level. Nice. So to that end, we have a skill point to put somewhere, and what I want is this. I'm gonna learn. And then I'm gonna go equip something. I'm gonna equip that. Deck of cards. Yes. Cool. That is it for this. We're gonna go to the optional task first. So we're gonna go to the village. This is a large and rich village, the center of Pintig Volost. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and it's notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one of that of Ilya the Prophet. Yeah, we kind of knew that they'd found her first. There was the hint earlier. Hopefully she is at rest now.
As you walk down the welcoming street of this village, a calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Let's go check it out.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
Oh yeah, we're listening to the song.
All right, I have a little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
New song. We get yet more beautiful music. And yes, we get a pretty slideshow. I have no idea what they're singing about, but it's very pretty. Don't You Shake, Oh Winds is the title of the song. And then you can play it from the menu. But unfortunately, I think I need to move on. The Geltov settlements. Near Pianteg, there are several small villages scattered through the nearby forests and woods. Seems like a nice place to live.
On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
Is that you, Igor?
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
God bless. What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
May out here scaring farmers. I mean, I think anyone would have startled him, honestly, Fenren. He's up to something.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers caused me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me in flour. Only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. Petrov's folks silenced me right away. I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
Do we curse Petrov's men? I mean, he did ask us to come and deal with the demons in his fields. Do we trick the peasant? Do we attack him, or do we just leave? Yes, he is moving the land border so that Petrov doesn't have nearly as much land. It is, after all, the middle of the night, because that's all we do is run around the countryside in the middle of the night. Give him a thwack. I doubt he can pay much, and Petrov called you here. He did. We could trick him. We could trick him. Or we could attack. Give him a thwack and make him go to bed. Fen, you're so violent. I adore you so much, though. Last chance to weigh in on what we should do, but chat. I don't know what the best answer is, but this is where we're at. Two votes for attack? Okay.
Curse? The only one getting cursed today is you. That'll teach you.
A couple of words from the black book, and the man crumples, writhing in pain.
We got experience for it. Do we rob the peasant or do we just leave? We've already cursed him. Should we also take his shit? Mr. Skrig is like, no, violence and then leave. Ben's like, I mean, you already knocked him. The cash could be useful, but it's not very much, so do you want more sin? Not really. I have already stolen once before, but I kind of feel bad about it, so... Did May make him pregnant? No, Mr. Scrake. I only cursed him. It's fine. We will just leave him be. The Tashkov Ravine. So we have investigated Petrov's fields. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Cherdun Uzid. They say further to the west one can even see mountains that surround the region. I do all the optionals, so.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red, and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer, and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's head.
Another Adam's head. Nice.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
A curse of pregnancy. You made him pregnant. Yes, I asserted dominance by cursing a man with pregnancy. That'll show him. You guys. I did know such thing. Alright, I've been to all the optional things. I could go back to the book merchant if I wanted to, apparently, but it is time to go deal with the spinner. We've gotten 2 encyclopedias and a song, and now we have to deal with the actual main quest, which will get us the Belichkas. There's a witch's hut just outside Pintang village. The spinner is a powerful and famous knower. Even in Vilgort, people have heard of her. Some of the girls went to her for love potions. Old Yegor doesn't offer such services. And to be quite frank, I don't think she does either. Congrats, dragon.
The closer you are to the house of the spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
I did not T-pose for dominance, Mr. Scrake. What do I look like? A first-person shooter, an FPS girly? No, thank you. I don't need to T-pose for dominance. I also did not empreg anyone today. That's just the funny thing that my chat has said I am capable of. But I may be a witch, but I'm not that kind of witch. I don't. Yeah, I am aware of the T-posing lepers. They T-pose for dominance, but I'm not a leper either, so I don't need to go that hard. I'm not being eaten alive by an incurable disease, so we're gonna look around. There's yarn at the spinner's house.
There are bright strings of some kind on the path.
Could it be that she is spinning fate? That she is not, in fact, human? Looking for herbs. Or, like, really anything. Oh, lovely. She's got a human skull out front.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
A queen? Mr. Scrake, what kind of queen do you take me for? I'm not a drag queen. They're way more awesome than I am. I'm not really queen of anything, to be quite frank. I'm just a crazy old cat lady with no cats. That's where the crazy part comes in. Only I can see them.
Oh, joy! And Noah, are we?
Oh boy, he talks.
Finally, some fun! My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales.
Oh boy.
I'll give you 3 riddles.
Just remember that the skull's the witch's doorman and is probably trying to scare people off so she gets some peace. Yep.
Solve any one of them, and I'll let you through.
Apparently we only have to say answer one of these correctly.
Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
I'm going to ask some
Wait,
questions.
answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
I will
I
be
want
right
to
back.
look around first.
I will be right back. Ah, I see it. The herb. It's over here. I have to get to the right screen so I can grab it. It protects and invigorates. It can even grant strength to unborn babies. Gives us ward. Nice. I don't make use of the herbs quite nearly as much as I could. Alright, old Yegor.
So, how do you like this Isba? Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here. That's the spinner for you. Always thinking up something crazy.
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun. The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing.
Every horror movie will tell you never say you will be right back, because you won't.
It's something new the spinner thought up.
But we are not in the horror genre here. We are in the mythology genre, which, I mean, that only applies half the time in mythology.
Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test. It would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
What else should I know about the spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report every little detail to that witch. Keep your lips sealed.
I got stuff. Yeah, it's just telling me about that. Every night there was a sound of wailing and hammering all around her Izba. Chorts themselves can't be seen by ordinary men, but I found a secret passage in some hymn book that said you needed to look through a wedding ring to see them. One time I was walking along and I saw the witch walking in front of me, flapping and swinging her hands around with a pester on her back. So I looked through my ring, and what did I see? Bugs and flies of all colors swarming out of the pestera and stinging her. As we were walking by a herd, the witch grabbed a bunch of bugs from the air and threw them towards the herd. The chorts flew at the cows, stung them all over, and returned back to the pestera. They had their fill. Alright. Time to answer questions 3.
Ready to solve some riddles?
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
Listen to the first one, girl. There is a hamlet, folks packed together tight. Come morning the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man stands upright.
Well, it's not the barracks. I don't believe it's the pothouse. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the cemetery. I don't know what the pothouse is supposed to be. I don't know what its traditional usage is. But it's definitely the cemetery. Like, this is... The answer is cemetery. I just don't understand... Like, pothouses are not something that is an American thing. It's a tavern, you think? That would make sense. I just don't know that particular terminology offhand. It's not an Americanism, that's for sure.
A cemetery. Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Correct. You solved the riddle. Only that man don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know. You may pass. Or you may try to guess another.
Oh, we're continuing to riddle. So
Let's
let's
riddle
go.
some more.
Listen to the second riddle. Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Vyomchiks, a term that refers to priests who frequently recite in the name of the Father and the Son. I'm not even going to attempt that in the Slavic tongue. Dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Maslenitsa, I think we got that here. No. Maslenitsa. Yeah, definitely a funeral possession. Yeah, what they showed was the anglicized letters, not the actual Russian language. But thank you, Mr. Skrick. I appreciate you. An informal one. You'd go there for a drink, but it wasn't a formal one, I think. Further west, you'd have spare beer at home and sell it on. It's Maslenitsa. What is the Maslenitsa? Can you give us the translation of that, Mr. Skrick? Because, like, I want to say funeral. It definitely is screaming funeral. It's not the building of a house because of the ditch. But I don't know what this word means, and I can't find the reference of it. They use to build a statues and burn them. Okay. You could be wrong. Dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch. I mean, this could be funeral as well, because the Voimchiks they are priests. Priests that chant prayers. Priests that sing along or chant prayers. Dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch. So, funeral is valid as well. We could get a hint if we wanted to. Burning or ditch? Corpses go in a hole. That's my thought. I mean, it would pair very nicely with the first riddle. So I remember an old cartoon that Slavs would build a statue with forest, small branches, and then burn it. Yes, but there's no mention of burning in this riddle. I'm gonna go with funeral.
The priests are singing for the dead. It's a funeral procession.
Funeral was the correct answer. There's a theme here.
Correct! You guessed it! I remember those songs. You'll hear them too soon enough. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
We're gonna go 3 out of 3.
Let's
go.
riddle some more.
Steal a quine, tale of twine.
Steal a quine, tale of twine.
Needle of thread. Needle and thread. It's not a samovar. It's not a steam engine. It's needle and thread.
Well, that's easy. I'm here to see the spinner after all. It's a needle and a thread.
Correct. You guessed it. Look at you. You should know your riddles. That makes you a powerful witch. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
Do we riddle again, guys? Do we riddle again? We've done 3, so there's no stakes in this next one. Do we riddle again to see how smart we are? Riddle me this, Skullman. May really wants to riddle. They're fun. They're fun. I'm doing it.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the fourth riddle. Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
A shadow? It has no legs, no arms, and no speech. Do rivers walk? Rivers do have mouths. They can branch out like arms. This is clock, not cloak. I'm actually gonna go with a river.
A river has sleeves with no arms and a mouth.
I was wrong.
Nice try, but a river talks, it murmurs. Shadow is the answer.
I should have gone with my first thought. Shadow was the answer.
I can riddle you another one.
Go on.
Let me crack one more.
The ship broke to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
The ship fell to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Ooh, this is a tough one. How does a clock walk? Yeah. It was a shadow. A ship fell to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books. Well, it says no money, so number 2 is out. Just cross that one off. We are looking at sky and stars or truth. Oh, yeah, no. I understood I understood that you were seeing clock as cloak, dragon. I do understand. And if cloak had been one of the guesses, that would have made sense, but it was shadow. The sky has been called a sea of stars. So I'm thinking this is sky and stars, actually. You think it might be truth, dragon? Well, it can't be money, because no money, no books. You can say that the sun falls apart into the stars and nobody can bring it back. Yeah. And the sky is said to be a sea of stars. So the sun would be a ship crossing the sky, the sea of stars, the sky, over cities and streets, and no person can bring back the sun anew, nor money, nor books. It just has its track. I'm gonna say this is sky and stars, although truth is a good guess.
The sky broke and scattered all the stars.
Correct? Well, I've no more riddles for now.
We got 4 out of 5.
In the darkness, you'll find some riddles you can solve with the words alone. And in the darkness, eyes will burn with a fierce flame.
What are you talking about?
Go to the spinner. I won't delay you any further.
All right then, I'm off to see the spinner.
We missed out on 50 experience, I think.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Igor Evlatovich.
Ivlam Pilic.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitolina Ivanovna.
I see you're a fine girl and a smart one. Yes, I heard your replies to the riddles. To be a knower is not all demonic affairs. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
Well, I don't know if in giving this answer, hey PP, how's it going? I don't know if in giving this answer, we can ask about all of them, or if this is a you get one answer situation. I do not know. You know what? I'm just gonna start with one and see what happens.
Saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess. Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate, I gather. Well, it serves her right.
We met your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And near it Neek, God rest his soul.
An evil sorcerer cursed to return as a ghoul and haunt the living.
Hasn't served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
I wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here and around the house.
This witchery is not yet for you, Vasilisa. In time you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitolina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Yegor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her?
We will not tell her about the girl in the banya. We will compliment the belts.
You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitolina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them.
Well, we could say torture the demons, or we could say that use them to grow in power. I'm not entirely certain which answer she would prefer. She does not like demons. So maybe telling her we intend to torture the demons would appease her. We do not necessarily want her thinking that we will try to rival her own power. Though she doesn't seem to be concerned about us. Yeah, torture the demons, I think, might be the play here.
Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures. Only knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift. Here, it's a good one.
Yay, we have one. The first of 3 items.
Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you,
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
The Weaver is trying to matchmake us while we are on the path to bring our dead husband back to life.
Spinner is no simple witch. It's not the last time we'll hear of her.
I do wonder what would happen if you offended her. Could she say no? Would the story be over if you didn't have that belt? I don't know.
Well done, Vasya. She's taking a liking to you.
I have !game to give you the link to the Steam store if you want to pick up this game for yourself and see what the other choices we have that I have not taken will take you. See if you can do any better in a card game than I can.
The meeting couldn't have gone better. All right, we've got the belt. Now we must plan our next moves. And now to find the cross and a name.
I'm gonna go with the name next, because now we have to convince a priest to give us a name. And seeing as we are a Koldun, I mean, it's not that we're reviled or hunted or outcasts, but like, priests and witches don't generally mix well.
First, I would like to get a name for the girl.
Well, go to Vilgurt. You'll find a priest there. Kolya, you should go too.
It's decided then.
So I get to take Kolya this time. These guys are all sorted. I will get 2 of them back in a day. They're busy. Here are all my herbs. Here is the belts. Here is the map. But I got things to do at home. So let's talk to old Yegor.
Old houses and banyas are often home to demons.
Maybe you'd owe her something that which would come back to haunt you later. Probably. Yegor did mention that if we should upset her, the belt would cost more than perhaps we were capable of giving. So she probably would have cursed us or made us do something for her, make us owe her something later. There's a host of things that might have been valid. Anyway.
The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
You've been telling me how you got your Khaldun power.
We are in the middle of the story.
Right, where were we? So, I became a shepherd boy. He taught me this and that at first at Prokopy. That one time, the cattle had wandered all over the place, and my chief turned up drunk. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. He couldn't move a muscle. Well, what other choice did I have? I went to collect them by myself. Managed to get almost all of them as midnight drew near. Had to pass Mikhail's crossroads on the way back. You know how that place is. So there I am, with the cattle tagging along. The moment I stepped onto the crossroads, everything turned upside down. Winds out of nowhere, and what you know, swarms of shorts. Figured I'd quickly draw a circle around me, and so I did. And these shorts were just swarming on the edge of the circle, all sorts, you name it. Well, I think that's it. Everything turned out all right, as you see. Next time I'll tell you how I got out of it.
What sort of spirits are those Baniks?
Masters of the bathhouse, like a Susietko in an izba.
Susiedko.
I don't think it was an ordinary place, the Banya, before the worship of God.
What do you mean, before God?
I mean that our ancestors used to be worship the spirits of the hearth. Some Perm people still call upon Yen or Voipil.
Yen, god demigurge in Komi-Permian mythology, and Voipil, a god in Komi-Permian mythology. The name is translated as North Wind. All right, Nikolay.
We should tell everyone about the chorts we've met. You know, to warn the good people, right?
Everyone knows, but not everyone believes. How did you end up with a cross?
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, right. There's no such thing as a cross with no story behind it.
All right then, I'll tell you. We were near a town. Plevna, it's called. It was a real massacre there.
Did you encounter any chorts there?
Worse, the cannon fire was so loud that all the chorts fled, if they were any. It seems they all fled here, to the north. So, there was this redoute ahead of us. Couldn't take it.
Redoute?
Well, it's a kind of a fortress. No one could get any closer.
And what about you, being such a gallant lad?
Hey, no jokes. Listen, I think God helped me. I went from the side and then found some barrels full of gunpowder and lit them. They blew up, started a fire. There was a lot more ammunition there. A lot of our enemies burned that day. I can still hear their screams. I suppose I will to the end of my days. I nearly died there myself. Since then, when I see a fire, I remember that redoute and those screams. I fished the cross from the river of blood, Vaisa. Are you happy now? Do you understand about the fire now?
What are you going to do with your new bride?
Well, we'll get folks from the village to help.
The line I skipped was "we'll get a farm." Sorry, I didn't mean that. That was my twitchy trigger finger there.
Well now, I'll build an excellent izba. And children eventually. What a life it will be.
Be careful, though. Who knows? The Bannock might be back.
That's good. The mother-in-law is always welcome.
It seems that you're the fiercest of them all.
Well, we now know why he is afraid of fire. We now know that dear Coley here is looking forward to his future wife, even if she is a demon or a devil.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
We could play cards again. But I think we're just gonna have visitors instead. Hello.
Greetings to you, mistress of the house. I was flying back from Igor's job when I noticed something. Some bandits jumped a Khaldun near the crossroads. He drove a cart. Perhaps there is something useful for you there.
Maybe.
Well, that was all of our visitors. It is time to go on our way. So, the main task is to get the Menologies. Christians receive their names from the Menologies, so you set forth to Trinity Church in Vilgort to get a name for the bride of the Banya. There was also an optional traffic accident that we will meet up on the way. There are 2 encyclopedia entries and a Belichica to find, and we are taking Nicole with us. But first, we're going to do all the optional stuff, because that's what I do. Old Yegor's Izba. I should search for evil spirits in the forest near the Izba and get rid of any chorts. Let's go shoo off the chorts, shall we? Alright, they just want to do damage. They will do 7 damage. I'm gonna do in the Father's name. We'll do this one. Let's go after this guy first. we'll just hit him hard. Yeah, let's take him down quick. It's going to be good. That is my turn. I am probably going to take, like... Nope, I'm not going to take any damage because of Ward. Very nice. I just killed that guy. Like, fully outright. Let's go. Alright. This page remains active for 3 turns and affects other well-versed pages. This is also... Okay. We will put lockdown, which does this. We're gonna do this. We are also going to make this guy hurt. He's gonna remove our ward, so let's make him regret his entire existence. So there goes ward. I am going to hit him. We'll put some bless on. And we don't really need the healing, but that's all we got for keys, so let's go. He's only doing 2 damage, so we still take no damage. And he dies. Yeah, I mean, this is like all we really have. So, here we go. Alright. These are... Once and Forever is the only key, but I'm gonna take Gria. Alright, we cleared that out, and then we're gonna go see the peddler. A peddler is a traveling merchant. Among his wares, one can sometimes find an occasional enchanted item.
Low prices, come and see for yourself. Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought for you from the woods.
Okay, we already have one of these. Let's see here. He's got Honeycomb, Eloquence 3. Well, increases well-versed effect for 3. Mash. Replenishes 6 health, paralysis 2 for Vasilisa. Cannot use herbs for 2 turns. Whirl. We did some wild things in the past, weird things. We wore our masks, ran through people's homes, and divined with the whirl. Enemies' attacks deal less damage. The red thread we've seen before. Magic herb wreath. They throw wreaths into a river. If your wreath sinks, so shall you perish this year. But it replenishes 1 health at the start of battle. The dried Pashibka. I had Pashibka in my stomach, so Koldun healed me. Resistance to status spell disease. Resistance to status paralysis. Immunity to spell disease. Defense left at the turn end deals damage. And immunity to paralysis. An old knife? Seems that not only rust stains this knife, but also blood. Your first Zegavor always has old knife page, which is a damage to all enemies. Lock. Your first Zegavor always has lock page. Interesting. German chalk. They definitely know how to draw witching circles. No wonder their chalk is so good. Strengthens ward +1. Increases defense for 1 at the beginning of each round. Bursting bone. Boil a black cat until only 1 bone is left. That's the one you want. Gain +2 ethereal. All attacks miss this creature for 2. And 5 waste on battle start. Deals 5 damage each turn, ignoring defense. Which is why you want to use waste. It is the poison effect. It doesn't care about defense. Lantern. These lanterns were placed in front of God, a bit of consecrated oil, and it's all set. Gain bless the start on battle start, which increases damage for each page by 2. A silver ring. You have to put a ring down and then make a wish so that your beloved would appear. Gain eloquence on battle start. But this is eloquence that is not limited to a color. I think it's all eloquence for increasing well-versed effects. Antique horseshoe. 10% chance that status is inflicted by a Vasilisa lasts an extra round. Lubak. This used to be the only way to learn news from around the world. Increases the recharge speed of allies' ability by 1. I'm going to sell the candles, because I have the hearth clay. I'm using that, I'm using that, I'm using this. I'm going to sell the old axe. I'm using the Dead Man's Cross. Prosphora, I don't have equipped. I could take the Whirl. The honeycomb is an herb. So it's a one-use item. The silver ring is an equipment. I don't have enough for the silver ring. I'm missing, like, down 2 rubles. The red thread, however, could replace the antique mortar. We don't get hurt that much, though. I do like Ward. Kind of want this silver ring. It would replace the deck of cards. If I sold the deck of cards, I could buy the silver ring. Okay, done. That's good. That's what I wanted. The silver ring gets equipped. And then I have a space for this when I unlock that. Yes. So it's not just well-versed for a particular color, it's well-versed for any color. Much better. I can't seem to take the mushrooms, so we're gonna move on. The Rusalka backwaters. No one has seen any snakes here for several days. I suppose I drove off these creatures. It should be quiet here now, and I don't mind walking through a quiet grove by the river. Oh, we're gonna get attacked. Never say never.
You stumble upon a strange clearing. The trees are fallen, as if hit by a hurricane. Or perhaps the master of the forest walked this path. What's strange is that in the middle of the clearing, a single tree stands undamaged. You come closer and realize that the tree was saved by the prikrish herb that grows among its roots. You bow to the plant and cut it down.
Prikrish herb.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Yay. Okay, we didn't get attacked. Interesting. Kyle's crossroads again. These crossroads always had a bad reputation and not by chance. I've learned that in person. It seems that where the roads meet, the border between worlds grows thin.
Near the covered crosses, you notice a jug of milk and a loaf of bread. It would seem that someone still visits these old graves. With sadness, you wonder if dead men need any treats.
I will make an offering. I'm not going to take offerings. That's full of sin. I'm going to make offerings to the dead.
You leave some coins and rest a bit before continuing on your journey.
So we did get the encyclopedia. Double belief. Even after the adoption of Russian Christianity, some aspects of paganism remained. To a certain extent, there was an exchange of supreme pagan deities for Christian ones, with the inferior ones becoming evil spirits. An everyday mingling of one's religion's beliefs in a worldview that includes elements of two religions. Double belief is a sort of doublethink, incertitude, or tenuous indecisiveness about both religions. People believe in both Christian dogmas and esoteric teachings. Russians observe the holidays of Maslenitsa and Ivan Kupala, both of which have pagan origins. So there's that word again. It's a straw man sort of holiday, I guess, or celebration. Okay. Onward to the broken cart. Looks like it went off the road and broke down.
A cart has gone off the road, but no one seems to be around, neither its owner nor the horses. The cart itself is empty except for one jewelry box, obviously left behind by the owners. Its lid is slightly ajar. Glass shards of various colors gleam inside, reflecting the moonlight.
I will take the jewelry box.
You carefully pick the item up and get ready to go on your way.
It has lots of colorful glass shards that resemble candies. Your first Zagavor always has Glass Demon's page. Plus 3 damage to all enemies. Maybe I trade the Devil's Fingers for that. I like the extra bonus to health, but this is just like, wha-bam, I hit you all right off the bat. What have you done, you rascal? Each Khaldun has his chorts. For a long time, we suspected our uncle, Kolyan, to be a knower, but we hadn't seen his chorts. One time, I climbed up into the attic and searched everywhere and found a jewelry box. It had lots of glass shards that looked just like candies. Green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, red ones. I started to look them over, seeing how they sparkled. Suddenly, there was the sound of someone on the stairs. Uncle Kolyan had returned from mowing. What have you done, you little rascal? He screamed. The Chorts won't let me rest now. They'll torture me to death. And that's precisely what happened. Our uncle fell ill and died a year later. One shouldn't disturb Chorts. Well, there we go. Onward to the bank of Kolva. The road to Vilgort winds along the picturesque bank of the Kolva River.
From afar, you hear two demons arguing furiously. Their shouts make the treetops sway. It seems that they are arguing over a fish they caught in some peasant's fish trap. When you take a good look, you realize that a human soul is in the trap, shrunken in horror.
I can attack them, I can talk, or I can play cards. Melanitsa is apparently a week-long event that's held before Lent, unlike Easter, which is after. They also use different calculations. They use up the foods that they wouldn't be eating during Lent. There's a lot of religious bits. Interesting. Interesting. So what do we do with these demons? Do we attack them? Do we talk to them? Or do we play cards before continuing our journey? You know what who would do? Play cards. He would absolutely play cards. I mean, it may not be Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'd suggest talking. Worst that happens is that it's the same as attacking anyway. Talking or playing cards? Talking or playing cards? I'm gonna play cards. No, I'm gonna talk.
Yuck! A live one! Get lost, why don't you, while you're still breathing?
The devil himself can't order us around. I'll see you in hell first!
We've got no time for you. Can't you see we're busy dividing up the sinner?
We could try to outsmart them. Or we could play cards. I don't know. Guys, what should I do? Help me make decisions. I'm terrible at them. Chat, I need your help. The second, because it's funny. Okay. I will try to outsmart them then.
It's likely to take you until the end of days, arguing like that. You're lucky I'm a witch. I can help you.
You can?
I know how to settle devilish arguments, you bet. Those who solve my task first will get the sinner.
What sort of a task?
All chorts like tasks. There are no exceptions, it seems.
Race to Perm, race to Vilgort, count the leaves on the trees, curse the passerby. Counting the leaves on a tree. Never play cards with demons or devils. They use magic to win. They do, although I did win after 3 tries. We are actually on our way to Vilgort. Vilgort is very close, Dragon. That is not necessarily going to give us enough time to free the soul. Counting is bound to waste a lot of their time. Cursing the passerby seems like a terrible thing to do. Racing to Perm might be further away. Mr. Scrake wants me to do the funny thing. I actually think it's hilarious to make them count the leaves on a tree.
The first one to count all the leaves on that aspen near the hills gets the sinner.
Ha! I'm the fastest demon in Chardin Oyast.
You? Is it I who? Hey, wait! No fair!
The demons turn into fiery whirlwinds and fly away. You break the trap and free the soul, and the dead man vanishes. You find some coins at the bottom of the fisherman's trap.
New page.
You feel the power of the black book increase.
I actually do like Bless. I'm gonna get George the Father. Let's go. Okay. I need less of you. I want more of you. I need less of you. And less of you. Or I could have all of them, I suppose. fine. I will have all of them, my pages. I don't know. I was hoping to make my deck run a little more smoothly, but it's fine. The Kolva Bridge. Bridges connect two riverbanks, thus they act as a kind of a border between worlds. It's well known that borders are a favorite place for spirits to dwell. Here we go.
On a bridge over a small river near Vilgert, two cart drivers argue over who should have way first. They are arguing fiercely, not realizing that each has a demon over the left shoulder. It's the demon's job to bring discord and serve as a prompter of sorts, whispering lines into their ears.
We can attack the demons, we can interfere, or we can ask Nicole for help. Or, yeah, Kolya. I think I'm just going to interfere, because attacking the demons might startle the cart drivers.
You interfere in the fight, and try to tell the peasants about the demons manipulating them. Unfortunately, they no longer listen to reason. When they find out that you need to get to the other bank, one of them violently shoves you past their carts. Their angry voices can be heard for quite a long time as you continue on.
I mean, the demons are just doing their jobs, so no reason to upset them. We're gonna go to this lake before we go to the woods. A curved lake on the left bank of the Kolva. Lopatskoy Lake. I've probably mangled that word. Name? The name
By
and
the
the word.
icy smooth surface of the lake, you notice a horse, anxiously shaking its mane. A couple of demons are tugging on its bridle, trying to steal it from its master, who is asleep beneath a slope nearby.
I think this time we attack them.
With a practiced movement, you draw a circle and open the black book.
This time we will deal with them. All right. They're going to hit me for 9, so I need to be aware of that. We're going to hit them both. I'm going to hit you. We'll go with the babushka. You are going to hit this guy. Let's go. They try to hit me, and it's all blocked. Mwahaha. 8 versus 11. Okay, we're gonna go with this. I can do 2 keys this way. We're also going to do this so that I can ensure that I don't get hit for too much. Still gonna get hit for 2. That's okay. We've got healing in this deck. It's fine. Alright. Let's throw some bless in here. I guess we're gonna do a lot of bless. So they're still gonna get hit. And I believe this guy might die, actually. Yeah, that guy will die. And we'll heal, so it'll be fine. Bye-bye. I'm still gonna get hit for 4, though. So. Let's heal to full. We'll do that. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna kill this guy. He's not worth dealing with. I do like gesture, but I think we're gonna finally get a boil.
The peasant wakes up from the sounds of fighting. With a sinking heart, he watches as the demon's strikes send whirlwinds around you. Although the man cannot see the demons themselves, he seems to have guessed at what is happening. After a horrific realization, he hops onto his horse and flees, without waiting for the fight's outcome.
That's fine. He's still safer. To the eastern woods we go. The woods near the old riverbed of the Kolva do not yet have a name of their own, so everyone just calls them the Eastern Woods or the Eastern Grove. Onward, furthermore.
You walk along an old path through the eastern woods. At this hour, the moon shines especially bright. Everything around you glows with a mysterious light. All of a sudden, you hear loud voices and metallic ringing coming from the woods. You can only guess what this late-night commotion is all about. Trying not to make a sound, you go deep into the woods. Finally, the branches part, and you see a curious sight. Some Khaldoons, unknown to you, are trying to agree on the price of a pile of copper samovars. One of them looks deeply upset and constantly knocks on one of the items. It seems he wants to demonstrate its quality. You notice a pair of red eyes peeking out from the samovar.
We could attack them or we could buy the samovar. What do we think, chat? Do we attack fellow Khaldoons or do we just simply buy the samovar with the red eyes and see what it is? We have the rubles for it. Let me know, chat. I mean, I know I'm ultimately the person who makes the decisions here and pokes all the buttons, but, like, I like to hear from you guys. What should I do? Trav is tempted to buy it. Ooh, samovar. I think that means I've seen one in real life. That's awesome. I think we're gonna buy it. I think that's... Oh, wait. We can ask Nikolai for help or leave as well. I'm sorry, I thought there were only 2 choices. I just didn't scroll down enough. What is a samovar? Do we have it in here? No. There is a Slavic fancy tool to make tea. There you go. Mr. Scrake knows. It's his language. We've seen the samovar in this game before. It was a part of a tea set. So it's like a teapot, but not a teapot. Yeah, Mr. Scrake is our resident Slavic expert. gonna buy it.
You buy one of the samovars from the bewildered Khaldoons. They hurriedly gather the rest of the wares and disappear into the forest. As soon as they are gone, your samovar turns into a demon.
I love that everyone's here. It's time to fight the demon in the samovar. Oh my goodness, I have all damage. Okay. So we're gonna do well-versed. We're gonna do firm. We're gonna do waste on this guy. He's gonna hit him. This guy's still gonna hit me for 2, but we are... No, he's not gonna hit me for anything. Never mind. I forget. We're gonna mess up his life. So lock is still in place, which is perfect. He literally has one health. We're gonna go a little overboard with this guy. It's fine. Goodbye. Nice, nice. These are already in the book, so I will take once and forever. Awesome. Thank you, Fen. The fights aren't that hard, I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna go check out the old barns, because it's optional. Long ago, people stored hay and grain here. Then, around 30 years ago, several barns burned down. People believe this place to be cursed, and these are now abandoned. Now the barns are built further to the east.
Black silhouettes of the old Avins look like lurking demons. You search one barn after another, but there's nothing of value inside. You sigh and get ready to leave when a chill runs through you. You notice dark, demonic figures in one of the old barns.
So ovines are specifically a barn to dry hay. We'll greet the demons. We don't have to attack every demon we come across.
Greetings, Master of the Avine. Let me pass into your domain.
Ah, alive one. The peasants left me here. I'm to live here for another 40 years. You can hear me, I gather. That means you're a witch. Come into my barn then and listen to my story. I have centuries of wisdom to share. Might be of use to demon knowers like you.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, kind host. I'm always looking to learn.
Well, listen.
It seems as if many hours have passed, but the stars haven't moved an inch. You leave the barn having learned quite a lot.
See, sometimes if you're just nice to them, they're fine. The cemetery near Retkin village. The village is small, but it has its own cemetery. I should check it out. Maybe I can catch some demons there.
You see a flickering light among the graves. You come closer, trying not to make a single sound. Soon, you see that one of the fresh graves is being dug up by an acquaintance of yours.
Why, you startled me, Vasilisa. I thought that the devil had come for me.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be digging up graves.
I thought you were nothing short of the Walking Dead.
Yeah, not all demons want to hurt people. Some are just curious and even love humanity. That is specifically true in Slavic myth and legend, such as this game is centered around. You know, they're often they're more fey-like, more mischievous, not necessarily immediately evil, but they you piss them off and they will do bad things to you. So don't do that.
What are you doing at such a late hour? In a cemetery of all places.
This is none of your business, Vaisa. And look who's talking. Good girls stay home during the late hours.
I can already tell that you're digging up a grave. What a sin!
Don't talk to me about sins. People say that you're a witch now.
Doing a bit of trolling Slavic demons, just like Slavs. Yep.
Fair. My grief makes me dig. I need to take one last look at him. One last time.
Do we talk him out of it? Do we help him dig? Do we beat him up to make him stop? Or do we say goodbye? He is a grieving man who wishes to see, I'm assuming, his son. Could be his lover. Could be his brother. Who knows? Helping him dig up a grave is a sin. Talking him out of it might be better. We could just beat him up. What do we want to do, chat? How bloodthirsty are we today? I used to read a lot of demonology, occult, and so on, so I know many of the aspects demons come in. I mean, really depends on the culture that the stories of the demons came from, but yeah, Cam, there's a wide range of demons out there. Talk him out. Disturbing the dead never goes well, honestly. I mean, cemetery maintenance is a thing, but for the era that we are talking about, 1870 something, digging up graves, unless that is actually your job, is definitely not a good idea. Do you really want to attack a grieving old man? I mean, you could loot his pockets after, but really? Hey, Trav, I'm just saying, the option is there. Let's talk him out of it.
Listen to me. It is not proper digging up graves. You said that I'm a witch. So I am. I know a thing or two. Listen, one time, do you know Dashka from Pilva? She had it worse than you. Her son died. She missed him terribly, and so she went to dig him up. She dug all night and didn't manage to finish the job, so she came back the second night. She dug and dug. Suddenly, a white dog jumped out of the grave. It followed her to her house. Must have been the soul of her son. It was certainly a sin.
By the end of the tale, the peasant can't hold back his tears. You help him get out of the half-dug grave and fill it back up. As you do this, you notice an Adam's head growing nearby and take it. You say goodbye and continue on your journey.
I have lessened my own sins. Good for me. I'm so glad I did that optional thing. So now I only have 8 sin to deal with, and more to come tomorrow. Time to go to Trinity Church, and hopefully the priest will be not mad at me. The church stands atop the northern slope, the most scenic spot in Vilgort. It was built with white stone, and at night it looks like it glows. In the sun, it shines even brighter. We are here to get a name.
You arrive during the long, pre-dawn twilight. Sharp points of age-old fir trees from a jagged wall far behind the church of Vilgort. The priest has already begun preparations for the morning rituals. He notices you, puts aside his chores, and greets you.
Who goes there at the crack of dawn? Is it you, Vasilisa? Cover your head, girl. Tfu!
Morning, Holy Father.
Kolya? Is that you? And don't tell me you want me to marry you to her.
Well, it's too early for me. Kolya, on the other hand.
Hey, Vasa. Don't go deciding the things for me.
We came for another reason, actually. We need a name, an orthodox one, from the list of the holy names, from the Sviatse.
The Svatye, as a reminder, is a spiritual book containing names of the saints in connection to calendar days. Svatye were consulted to name a child. We actually do get a thing for that. Monologies, or Svatye, are calendars of the Orthodox Church. Church liturgical. Bleh. I cannot speak English. I don't even think that is English. I believe that might be Latin. But the book that denotes the days of remembrance for saints and the annual cycle of church holidays. They were included in many books and indicate the features of worship services for any given day. Among peasants, svatsia were often used to decide the name of a child. A child would receive one of the names of the saints who were being venerated that day by the Orthodox Church. We also got a skill point. This is where I'm using it so that I can do this. Yep. Huh, indeed, dude. Good night, Cam. Feel better. I hope your day goes well tomorrow.
It can't be. Are you expecting?
No, we want to give a name to a demon.
Changeling,
You
actually.
want to what?
Father Yefrem sways, walks back to the nearest wall, and sits heavily on a bench.
Ah, poor Ephraim.
Are you sure you don't want to marry?
It's all for good. We want to free this girl.
You explain your encounter with the Banya bride and what she needs for her freedom.
I've heard about the changelings. Not sure how it works though. I can't give you a name. The chart tricked you both. Nothing good can come of it.
Choosing a name from Svatsi turns out to be not such an easy task. How can I make him reconsider?
So, we could explain that she was originally a Christian soul, and because she is currently nameless, he would be essentially leaving her to the demons for the rest of eternity. We could remind him that the Bible says, help thy neighbors. I'm not entirely certain what help thy demons is supposed to convince him to do, but we have the option. And we could say, well, this is a kind chort, not an evil one. We're just trying to be nice to somebody who is also nice. The third and the fourth are ridiculous things to say to a holy man. The priests don't generally change their mind on the fact that demons are evil. So, at least not in Christianity. Christian priests do not. So it's really between Christian soul and the reminder that the Bible does state that Jesus did state, help thy neighbors, that this was important to Jesus. Go with the first one. He cares about souls. Emphasizing the demon side isn't going to make him friendly. Oh, absolutely not. No friendliness there. Help them, yes, but I doubt that he'd consider a demon to be a neighbor. They belong in hell. That's fair, Trav. That is a good point. Yeah, I have a feeling that emphasizing the fact that he will be damning a Christian soul to hell for eternity might sway him in this. Funnily enough, Nikolay character design looks like he was born and raised in Ukrainian family. I mean, yeah. Black Book is a Slavic tale. I don't believe that they are necessarily using any particular part of Russia or Ukraine, but I could be wrong. I just know that they are emphasizing the Slavicness, not necessarily Ukrainian or Russian or any other adjacent similar area. I could be wrong though. Anyway, I'm gonna go with 1.
What if it's not a demon, but a Christian soul doomed to suffer? That would be a sin for sure.
Truly.
Yeah, sorry, Father Ephraim. You're gonna have to be nicer to us because we're trying to help somebody.
They say you are a witch now, Vasya. It will soon be the harvest day of Ivan the Long. We need to disperse the dry winds, help our village, and I, in turn, will help you with the name.
It's a deal. I know a ritual to thwart dry winds. We'll go visit the field.
All right, you'll have your name.
I mean, it was at one point part of the Russian Empire. It hasn't been for quite some time, and in my opinion, Russia needs to stop pretending that making Russia great again is ever going to happen.
Father Yefrem opens a heavy book with a silver cover.
Choose. These days we honor the holy Claudia, Matriona, and Alexandra.
Well, it's his wife. We could choose the name for him, but I honestly think that we should let Kole choose the name. I know that Russian history is very complicated. I also know that at one point there were so many uprisings that to some degree you have to explain the history of all the revolutions through the year and month they happened in, because that's just, they were like all the time depending on where you were. So Russian history is a very complicated mess that I have a vague generalized understanding of in key points, and that's it. That's it. The full scope of Russian history is beyond my ken and very complicated. But in this, I'm not going to choose a name. I'm going to let the husband to be, the groom, choose the name of his bride. I feel like that will be more personal between them. He will get a name that he will enjoy saying to her, and she will get a name that her groom, her husband to be, will enjoy, calling her over with. I feel like that will be a bonding thing for them.
Koля, she's your bride. You choose.
Let's call her Matriona. It's a good name.
It is a good name. I believe Matriona is in reference to matron or martyr or both.
You would name her after a respectable woman? Watch out. She might become a knower.
Thank you, Father.
We got the name.
Well, the field is about a mile to the west.
Let us go to the field. We will
I'll
deal.
try to thwart the winds.
We will-
See you later.
We will thwart the winds.
You soon arrive at your destination. The field looks empty in the twilight of the dawn. Cold wind seems to penetrate you to the bone. When you step onto the plowed field, you sense a familiar shiver. This field harbors evil spirits. You find a poorly hidden bundle of old wheat ears. It's a Khaldun's zalom. The stems are tied in a knot and dusted with ashes and salt. Fresh grave soil, eggshells, and steamed grains are laid around it. You draw a circle. You feel that demons are not far off.
A zalom is a kind of harmful sorcery related to agriculture. A bundle of wheat ears are tied in a special way with and enchanted with special zagovars. Come on. A zalom can destroy crops as well as cause sickness and death. So somebody cursed this field, and now we are about to undo it. I hope the food is yummy,
Wind,
dragon.
O wind of the seven brothers, the oldest one, do not blow from the rotten corner. Do not bring rain from the west. But blow us warmth, render good service to our people, bring forth pleasant rain.
It's interesting the difference between what is written and the voice acting sometimes. I mean, neither the voice acting nor the text is wrong. They're both saying similar things. I just think it's interesting that there is a difference in the script.
Joy to plowmen. Glory to you, fierce one.
We got information, and I like to learn things, so we have the name. Okay, this just tells us about Zegavors. Our special ritual texts. Reading them might produce specific magical effects. They were used to cure illness, protect from evil spirits, and harm ill-wishers. For instance, Kolduns chant a Zegavor when creating a Zalom, wheat ears tied in a special way. Zagavors are characterized by their almost poetic language and structure. They consist of a commencement, the beginning of a Zagavor, an order, a wish posed in the text, and a key, specific words anchoring the actions of the ritual. Which is why in the card battler, we have 2 orders and a key as our setup. So it's really a commencement, an order, and a key, but because I don't know why they just decided 2 orders and a key. That's just kind of how it went. But good to know more things.
You finish reciting the Zagaver, and for a moment, silence falls. Suddenly, a creaky voice from behind startles you.
You sure are a strange creatures. First you curse it, then you bless it right after.
And Draco.
By you, do you mean us Kolduns?
Ha! Humans, always on the border between worlds. And that is why you always lose. But who am I to complain? My name is Andreko. And you, I've heard about you. You the new witch, Vasilisa.
Let's talk.
So is it you who spoils the field, sending dry winds?
Spoil? You use the wrong word. I am helping the peasants, and I am a master at this. I mean, surely you understand that this is for their own good, don't you?
Do we get it or do we not get it? Or do we ask something else? Why would the dry winds be a benefit to the peasants? Because they'll die sooner and thus be closer to God? I'm gonna say I don't get it. I want them to explain.
What possible good can broken rye do?
Oh, you disappoint me. All right, here's the thing. The peasants will have a bad harvest this year. That is so. But it will make them search for new, better ways to grow wheat. So when the real famine comes, people will be ready. Their newly gained skills will help them overcome the true hardships. As you can see, I am a visionary. Well, now, shall we go our separate ways?
We're gonna ask something
Don't be
else.
a glib with me. Tell me.
Let's talk about the Zalom.
It's not by chance that I came across this Zalom.
You don't say. Perhaps you know who's to blame.
Foreshadowing 1932 to 33. Indeed, Mr. Scrake.
The Zalom caused this chord to appear. Who left these weeders? Who summoned this chord?
A Koldun, obviously.
You were sent here by another Koldun, weren't you?
Ha! Right. You know, I'm starting to like you. I could even tell you who the Khaldun is who sent me. If you weren't so careful, the Zalom had already been enchanted when I arrived. Want to make a deal? Let me finish what I started. I'll send some dry winds, and after that, I'll be a servant. The famine will cause death in heaps.
Do we take on yet another chort? We already have 4. This could be our 5th. We have promised the priest that we would help with dry winds. Do we even want another chort? They're a hassle to allocate, but there are benefits. I mean, that is the question. When we broke the first seal, we said that we wanted as many chorts as possible. We got 3, and then we gained a 4th at the windmill. So actually, I'm going to take this chort, because I've already made this decision.
Have it your way. Come to my bestiary when you're done with the field.
Responsible for the 1840 famine in the Orlov Grabina. He's looking forward to a new age. Gain +3 poison on battle start. So we have gained 5 sin by taking him.
So the name of the girl will be a fitting
Matrona.
name. You did the right thing sorting out that demon. Won't spoil any good crops anymore. The cross is all that's left. In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota. So, did you get all that?
Let's ask questions. Ikota.
Who is that Ikotka?
Come on, don't you remember? This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zagavars over her. And then a chort, size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Oh, so that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
What did we learn? What did we learn? An ailment induced by a koldun or a witch is representative of the Russian north, specifically of the Churdan Uzdi and Komi Perm region. An evil spirit is enchanted with word power, bound to a name and cast into the wind. The first person it encounters who bears this name becomes its victim. Sometimes stones or insects are enchanted with Ikota. In this way, whoever happens to trip over the stone or swallows the insect by accident suffers Ikota. Ikota usually takes the appearance of an animal, a frog, a lizard, a mouse. Occasionally, it takes the form of a frog spawn, and more rarely, an insect, like a fly, a spider, or a mosquito. It is not, however, always brought on by a koldun. It may pass from a koldun to any man in the event of the former's death. When inside a person, Ikota can speak with all kinds of voices. And I do have demons that are back, but we'll deal with that in a minute.
Where can we find that woman in Yanidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
What not to get? Go to the Ikotnitsa and take her cross.
Alrighty. Nicole wants to
Well,
talk.
Vasha, now I can say I've seen things. Cannon fire. A redoute, that's one thing. The devil himself, that's a whole different level. Still, I think that war is scarier. Much scarier than any chort. I still can't forget it.
You've seen too few chorts, Kolya.
Perhaps that's true, but that's beside the point. I'm not going to put up with it. I know how to get over this. I have an idea.
Okay.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of stepping right into the fire, if only something turned up.
You could die, you know.
No. I'm not talking about something like a campfire. And I'm not planning on dying either. It's not the devil I have to overcome. Man's greatest enemy is himself. That's what I think.
He's not wrong.
What happened down there in the war?
Bah, Vasya, you wouldn't be interested. This war was thought up by the devil and none other. Not by the Holy Spirit, that's for sure. I don't even want to remember. The thoughts alone make my hair white.
Is that why you started smoking?
Well, look at you. They don't call you knowers without reason. Well, yes. I'll start with something small, I think. To tell you the truth, I'm terrified even when I strike Spocks with flint.
Interesting.
Old houses and banyas are often home to demons. The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
Okay, nothing new from him. Alright. We may as well deal with this. You're done. The demon was unable to find a good enough thief. The cunning Chort climbs into the skin of a dead man and robs the merchant's house himself. Your imp possesses a local woman and interferes with church activities day after day. So we now have to deal with these guys, and these guys will come back tomorrow. So, that's a calamity. You're a hunger. This is a strife. I have, no, my strife guys. Busy weather, mind. Okay. We want to keep them busy for as long as we can. So we will send you to summon a thunderstorm. We will send you to the calamity. And we will send you to the married people. And these two will come back tomorrow. I am almost at my maximum. I can take 3 more pages before I hit max. Which is fine. The only thing I'm not using right now is the Devil's Finger. But that's okay. I like my bonuses the way it is. So we're good here. We've read all of this. And what is the next skill point that I want? I think I might take Trick next time I have a skill point. Can you lose pages? I mean, I can pull pages out of my deck, sure. Like, if I wanted to, I could have just one of everything. I did grab extra pages of certain things early on because I didn't feel like I had enough pages for the build I was going for. But like, I have enough that I could just like have one of everything at this point and probably run pretty smoothly. So I'm back to 23. And the pages don't really go away. They just get held here. So there's like ×1 here, ×2 there, you know, ×1 here. So there we go. If I want to focus on one particular thing, I can. But this is one of everything that I've earned. Alright, we could play cards, but we have visitors, so we're gonna see who's coming today. Hello, young man.
Get out of here, you meddling kids, or you'll get it!
Run! He saw us! Wait,
Booglins.
maybe they're here on business. Well, speak up.
Oh, Vasilisa! We saw such a scary thing! West of Yenidor, there's a scary isba! Evil spirits live there for sure!
Why do you say that?
See for yourself! They say there used to be a party every day, but now it stands silent as the grave! Saw it for ourselves!
Well, you'll wind up in graves yourselves if you go wandering like that.
Run!
Ah, meddling kids. Off on another adventure we go. Let's go to the fair. I heard that peddlers set up a small fair. I think some of the traders are working even at this late hour. Do we take Yegor? No, he's locked. We will take Nicole to the fair.
At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
And now I'm hungry. The herbalist, the book merchant, and the peddler are all here. As are card players.
What kind of wisdom do you possess? That which comes from above, or that of snakes and demons?
We can reset our skills, but we're not going to. We can buy Zagavars. The only one I don't have... all of these I already have in my book, so I don't really want them. What does the herbalist
You're
have?
not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
So, I only have one break herb. I haven't actually really used it. I don't really need Adam's head. This is Bless. Damage absorption. That could be fun. Peter's Cross. Removes poison and waste. For each page you read, excluding gestures, you suffer damage. And we know what waste does. Whitehead herb just gives defense. Removes curse. Removes ailment and suppressed. We're gonna start running into some of this stuff. I don't really use a lot of herbs currently. But they don't have any more break herbs, so... Hey, Eggnog! Welcome in! Let's go see what the peddler has. We might come back to
Low prices!
that.
Come and see for yourself! Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought for you from the woods.
I'm doing alright. How are you doing, Eggnog? Alright, he has honeycomb, which does eloquence as an herb. He does have Adam's head. He does have mash, which is also a... The difference between herbs and items is herbs are one use and items are equip on person for permanence. We have a veil. The groom picked up his bride's veil, which is considered bad luck. He died soon after. That just gives health, but we have Devil's Finger already. I could buy red thread and replace my antique mortar. I think I will. That is a very good. Strengthens the status of curse. We don't really use curse. You use one more herb on your turn. I don't really use them. This one also strengthens curse. Strengthens prayer. We have a prayer. Not enough to go whole hog on this. Not that we can afford it now. We do have some bless. This lantern is nice, but I'm good. We already have the silver ring. Gain +2 keep on battle. Does not vanish on end of turn. So we don't have any defense that is keep right now. We do have defense that at start of turn happens, both in the deck and in items, but we don't have any keep, so that's fine. Nicola's Galash. In Zlentyada village, the sculpture wears down its galoshes during the year. People worship them. Increases, so it gives prayer and replenishes health. No, I'm good there. Increases the recharge speed of an ally's ability by 1. This is a nice item. I don't have room for it, though. I think that's where we will leave it. And I have time to play cards.
The players are carried away by a game of Durak.
I'm glad that you're relaxing after work. I can spend rubles on playing cards, or I can not play cards. I am not confident in my capabilities in Durak, so I'm not going to spend 25. We will do this one. Witching Durak. We are against both of these guys. Clubs are trump. So we want to keep our clubs. And use them strategically. I see. Well, this sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna take all that. That was a terrible play. Seriously? I have nothing. We'll go with this. All right. I could take them. I will take them. You have 9 cards, you have 6. I have too many as well. I am going to do 7s. I'm just gonna... Let's get rid of a whole bunch of cards. That's fabulous. Let's do that. Clubs were used, so that's good. That gets them off the board. Gets them out of hands. I can do a little bit of this. Guess I'm taking all of that. Okay. This peddler is kicking all of our asses. Shit. There we go. Although I've lost that club, which is bad. I'm gonna make them take cards. Okay, we can cancel, cancel, cancel. Cancel. Ooh, I got a couple more clubs. That's good. That's good. Let's do my 8s now. Excellent. I actually think I might win this round. I win.
You win.
I don't know. I don't know if I figured out the game or what, but that felt really good. I don't know. There's definitely some strategy involved in it, but I'm not entirely certain what the strategy is entirely. It's not that difficult of a game, but the rules are straightforward, the strategies are still, I'm doing it by feel, but I won. I won. That felt good.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you?
Definitely not. Let me buy one of these. One of these. I have that. Whitehead I don't care about. This I have. Have this. These two are expensive. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Alright. I am happy with what I have bought at the fair. So let us continue down the road. Turchan Road runs from Vilgort to Yanador. I don't know the reason for the name. Nicolay says it was to honor the Turks.
You wander off course and walk onto the road more to the west than you had planned. You stumble upon a ragged man with rotten teeth and rotten eyes. You realize that it's a brigand. Traveling by night in Perm Gubernia is dangerous, and not only because of the evil spirits. The silence is broken by his hoarse voice.
Well, if we can talk, I think I'm gonna talk.
Hey, what do we have here? A girl or something? Right. I'll let you go if you give me all your money.
Nicolay?
It seems to me you can't see so well in the dark. I'm not traveling alone.
Come on over here, brigand boy. I fought the Turks, went toe-to-toe with demons, but you're kinda the filthiest of all.
Looking upon the tall soldier, the brigand loses his confidence. He backs away and runs into the woods. In a hurry, he dropped his pouch.
Whoops. I may have stolen from the brigand.
You go on your way.
I'm gonna get more gesture. The key tongue. I like this one. I already have it in my book, but I like it. Well, that was easy. So let's go to this optional abandoned house through the northern forest. Forests are always dangerous, both day and night. Each forest has its own master. Rarely do these masters welcome unwanted visitors.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head.
I get
you
Adam's.
take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Adam's Head is everywhere, dude. I just have a ton of it. House near the Tarakanova River. I heard about an old house west of Yanador from the local boys. Maybe I can find something worthwhile there.
Fir branches poke into the empty windows of an abandoned hut. You are overcome by an unpleasant feeling. There's a good reason they call this place haunted.
Well, I don't have any way to check its exterior, so we will step inside.
You squeeze into a slightly open door and clear away the cobwebs. It is dark and empty here. The dead silence gives you chills. You step inside the house and freeze in horror. Under the broken red corner lies a dead man's body. A broken accordion lies nearby, torn as if by a wild beast. You search the dead man and the izba. The former has a pouch with some rubles inside.
We are going to inform the village and give the money for funeral. We could steal from the dead man, but I've done enough stealing.
You tell about the dead man in the nearby village and use the money to pay for his burial and a funeral service. Peasants tell you that several years ago, someone took this skillful musician to an evening gathering during the dead of night. He hadn't been seen since.
Well, we have relieved ourselves of a tiny amount of our sin. I'm still at 18. Yikes. Alamov Forest is next. I heard a hermit lived in these woods of Bashkir origin. A handy fellow. He decorated doors and stoves and could do a lot of other different things. He died a while ago, but people still remember him.
You walk through the forest. Grim trees hang from all sides, and strange noises are coming from the dark of the night. You freeze with fear when you notice two demons near an unearthed grave. They have already opened the coffin and are methodically skinning the dead body.
Do we interfere, walk around, or watch them work? I'm gonna watch them work. Is this the correct answer? Is this the good answer? No, but I'm gonna learn.
Their work continues, and soon one of the demons puts on the human skin. Now he looks half human, half demon. A flash of light, and the demon shines with a poisonous-looking flame. With this light, the demons immediately notice you watching.
I made it stronger. This was a terrible idea. Okay, they're both just gonna attack. This guy is gonna be mean. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this on you. You also. And I'm gonna do this. That should cover me. Let's go. So, the big bad thing that was going to hurt me a lot just died in a round. Whoopsie poopsie. Okay, that goes there. We're just gonna hit it for all it's worth. Goodbye. I take more firmer than stone.
Having dealt with the demons, you look around. A narrow trail stretches from the grave to the forest. You remember hearing about this place. This overgrown trail leads to an old cemetery.
Absolutely. More places to go. This cemetery is far from Yanador, and that's why it's not used anymore. There's a new one closer to the village, all the better for me to safely conduct business.
You know about a cemetery nearby, and decide to visit it. The tombstones that stand among the trees are enveloped in a gray fog. You look around, expecting an ambush, but everything is eerily quiet.
We can gather cemetery soil, look at the crosses, or read a prayer. I mean, we're going to leave at some point. What do I want to do here? I think I want to... Do I need cemetery soil for anything? That is a question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna gather cemetery soil. I don't know if I need it, but we will find out.
You're in luck. The grave diggers have recently dug up a grave. It stands open, black and hungry, yet unoccupied. You scoop a small amount of fresh cemetery dirt into a sack and whisper some Zagavers. This soil will make your witchcraft stronger.
Ah, so sin is actually what strengthens my witchcraft. Oh, I can do all the things. All right. That's a spider. The fuck? I will look at the crosses.
You walk around the overgrown cemetery and look at the grave crosses while thinking of all the deaths that made this city of the dead. Who knows? Maybe Ikotniks were around in earlier times. Maybe some are buried here.
Let's read a prayer.
You pray for the repose of the souls that lie in this cemetery. The night is silent. You calm down and rest a bit.
Okay. So, we did get... What got replaced? Oh, I never put the red thread in. Always has Earth page. Earth is firm 3. I want the red thread, actually. I just never equipped it. There we go. What did we get? Yokota history. The first mention of Yokota occurred in 1785 when Bishop Veneman of Arkhangelsk and Kolmorgosh, in his address to the synod, described this ailment as a special kind of evil eye and possession. Also in his address, the cleric connected Yokota to the beliefs of the ancient nation of Chud, which was situated along the shores of the Painiga River and worshipped pagan gods. In 1862, an uprising took place in Painga and Mezin, during which an angry mob burned down several houses where it was believed Kolduns dwelled who brought Yokota upon local women. So, history. Neat. Our health is restored, so we will leave the location and continue on to the Eastern Bridge. You can get to the swamps from the east via this bridge, conveniently called the Eastern Bridge. They say people hear strange noises at night over there. I should check it out.
You hear a whip crack. Shrieking in pain, some unfortunate soul is being driven to hell by a devil. You pause in hesitation. Is this sinner's soul worth a fight?
Sure.
You call out to the devil. Both the enemy and the sinner turn their burning eyes towards you. It turns out that the sinner is one of the demons. You hold the black book close and prepare for a fight.
Let's go. Okay. We're gonna hit everybody. We're gonna hit everybody a lot, actually. Few. We're gonna pick on you a lot. Will this be enough to block all the badness? Probably. Here we go. I have nearly killed them both. Like, firmer than stone is going to kill them. Alright. Took another copy of Locke. Stephenstone. This ravine is home to a holy stone. The people of Yandor say that Stephen of Perm himself left his mark on the stone. Let's go.
In the shady ravine lies a great stone. It has the mark of a foot on its top that's filled with morning dew. There are quite a few candles around it. Here and there you notice offerings from the peasants of Yanidor.
Let's not take the offerings, because that just gets us sin. I'm gonna drink the dew, however.
You drink the holy water and feel a surge of strength and confidence.
We weren't actually hurt, but sure. To the Yulvian swamps? I butchered that. Absolutely, I have. Near the village of Yanador, there lies the beautiful swamps. It's dangerous there. Old Yegor says that demons dwell in these swamps. It means I can catch them for my book.
You see a swamp ahead. The damp soil squishes under your feet. You become cold and uncomfortable. Suddenly, a white ghost of a calf appears from the bog. It looks at you and does not move.
Let's do something protective this time. It's not seeming to hurt me.
You read a protective Zagavar, and the ghost disappears. When you finish your sorcery, you realize that this calf was, in fact, a treasure. Striking it would make the calf fall apart into coins. You notice the burning eyes of demons nearby. Are they guardians of this treasure?
Well, I have prepped to fight, so let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna go for this. We will go here, then here, you, then here for you, then here for you, and try to take down one of them before they become a problem. Awesome. I did not calculate well enough, but that's okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this. So I got nothing better to do. I'm gonna get more ketone. Alright. We have done the optionals, so now it's just time to get to Yanador and find a cross. Willful people live in this village. Some of the peasants were compelled to work the Pahodiashan plants, but they revolted, as it was too far away and inconvenient to work there. Here we go.
Yanidor is covered with a bright pre-dawn mist. Amidst the hollow silence, you hear sounds of the village waking up. With old Yegor's directions, you quickly find the house of Yevdakia Fokovna. Nikolai knocks on the carved gates, and you are soon greeted by the hostess.
Evdokia Fokovna, God bless.
God bless.
God bless indeed. And who might you be?
We've come to speak to your daughter.
Ha! Came to make fun of my Akulina. I won't let you. Leave us alone.
Those possessed by Ikota were called Ikotniks. At one time, there was so many people suffering from this strange malady that some scientists thought Ikota could to be hereditary. Women succumbed to Ikota more frequently, and it sometimes passed from one housewife to another, devolving into a kind of mass hysteria. Old believers treated Ikota rather violently, without the aid of magic or prayer. Women suffering from Ikota were starved, beaten with wooden rods, baited with dogs and trained bears, drenched with ice water, and left out to freeze. Those who survived returned to their homes and never suffered from Ikota again.
Oh, we wouldn't dare. We want to help her.
Help her? Many have tried. None have succeeded. What makes you think you can?
I know how your daughter is suffering. That's why I want to help. I know how.
Very well. Couldn't hurt, I suppose. It surely couldn't get any worse. My girl suffers from an Ikota, day and night. Akulina hides in the old Church of Transfiguration at night. The Ikota is not so violent there. That's where you'll find her.
Thank you. Don't worry about your daughter. We will help.
Well, God willing, God willing.
Goodbye, Evdokia Fokovna.
The old Church of Transfiguration, a grim shadow in the crimson twilight of the early hours. The domes of this building tower silently over you. Hundreds of years and dozens of generations have passed under its roof. You can feel the wisdom stored within these majestic walls.
More Adam's head. Some Peter's cross.
An icon. Someone must have knocked it off the porch.
Old stairs lead inside the church.
More Adam's head. I have gathered 13 herbs. Good for me.
Wooden domes reflect silver light in the rising sun.
Is there anything else for me to find here? No,
I can't believe an Ikotnitsa was hiding in the church.
Okay.
Old stairs lead inside the church.
Let's head inside. I think I've found everything there is to find outside.
It makes my skin crawl. Perhaps because an Ikota dwells here.
Let's go see what there is to see.
The iconostasis has collapsed partially, as if it suffered a strong northern gale. The royal gates are crooked and no longer bar the entrance to the altar. It looks like some of the icons were torn out on purpose.
The wooden sculpture looks majestic and enigmatic.
I got royal eyes. Some simpletons who are considered to be miracle workers prize this herb for its love-binding properties and use it to fool people who are blinded by love. It replenishes 23 health. Wow, that's amazing.
The iconostasis has collapsed partially. In the dim light, you notice a heap of rags where the Ikotnitsa Akulina lays. She seems to be sleeping. From time to time, the girl shudders from nightmares sent by the Chort to haunt her. You call out to the girl. She jolts up and darts to the altar corner. Even amidst the gloom, you notice the way her arms are shaking.
Who are you? Don't hurt me, please.
Don't be afraid, Akulina dear. We won't harm you. I'm Vasa, and this is Kola. We want to help you. We heard you have a Nikota.
Yeah, they say I have a Chort inside me. It torments me.
Can we talk to it?
I can't make Morteshka come out. He'll come out when he wants to.
We'll need your cross for this. Can you trade it to us?
What am I to do without a cross? Morteshka will eat me alive without it.
I'll trade you mine. I have 2 of them. One was given to me at birth, and I found the other on the battlefield.
Tell us about your Chort.
What's there to tell? Sometimes he crawls out, sometimes he can do some sorcery. The other kids make fun of me.
The girl starts to whimper.
Time to do exorcisms.
We can get rid of Morteshka.
Get rid of him? Really? But he won't leave by himself.
Don't worry. I think I know how to draw his attention. I have to make the Ikota mad enough so that he leaves Akulina. How can I anger this particular Chort?
A cross? Well, she's already wearing one. Icons? A prayer? Or incense? We could get a hint. We did notice earlier that the icons in the other room were torn down. Perhaps the icons are upsetting to it? There's also the fact that when we did prayers at the Whirlwind of Demons earlier, they calmed and then got mad again? I don't know. I don't think the cross is going to help. I don't know about incense. We've had a hint about icons earlier. But her being in this church keeps him from being less violent. I'm gonna go with prayer. Nope.
Oh, I don't know. I prayed to Lord to deliver me from this Ikora quite often. It doesn't help, though.
I don't think this one looks like the holy icons. Take a look at the iconostasis.
I should have gone with the icons.
He made me deface the icons here.
I'll draw a circle, and we'll start.
You sit Akulina in front of the iconostasis, and Nikolai puts the icons into place. You start to read a Zagavar. You learned it long ago, but your memory doesn't fail you. The words of the spell ring out with a thundering echo. You almost manage to finish the ritual when Akulina suddenly pushes you. Taken by surprise, your incantation of magic words stops. The girl starts to convulse. The Ikota has emerged out of her.
Here it comes. Here, kitty kitty.
You call yourselves exorcists? This Zagavar is dated. No one uses that commencement now. What kind of witch are you? So out of fashion. Yuck.
Christ's kingdom.
It's impolite to make mention of such kingdoms in front of demons, I have you know. And you can't just go displaying icons. I hate icons.
So you're the Ikota Chort?
So what if I am? Ain't I fine looking like a feline? What did you expect? A frog or something?
We need Akolina's cross.
Yes, I've heard. I need lots of things too. Tell you what, witch. If you beat me, I might even do both. Give your cross and leave the girl.
No, tell me something else. Why do you haunt Akolina? Why do you torture the girl?
That's no business of yours. Well, on the other hand, I don't have anything else to do. Why not tell you?
You see, I study demons. They fascinate me.
There's nothing to tell, really. Yenidora used to be a wealthy churchyard near the springs. Merchants used to request prayers of thanks in this church when they returned from the north. I was once the Sosietka of this church.
Why would a church have a Sosietka?
Why not? The abandoned ones have much scarier things inside. Or am I not good enough? But now, no one lives here and no one visits the church. They only go to the stone one. So I crawled inside Akolina out of boredom.
Won't you leave the girl alone?
I might leave her if you beat me.
So why don't you like icons?
Have you seen many charts that do? Or maybe we should open a church. We could call it Saint Chart, eh? So you haven't figured out that I can't stand icons. A bit slow, aren't you? Let me put it in a way you'll understand. They make me mad as hell. It's not that I'm against this new church, but she could at least make do without icons, right? These drawings, not my cup of tea. Gives me shitters.
Basically, doesn't like the art. Okay. How do I go from here?
Why do you haunt Akolina?
That's, well, on the other hand, I don't have anything else to do.
No, tell me something else. Why do you haunt Akolina?
That's no,
Sorry.
Well, on the other hand, I don't have...
You see,
There's no... Yenidora used merchants. I was once...
Why would it...
Why not? Or am I not? But now...
Sorry,
so
I'm going in circles.
I
My
might leave her
apologies.
if-
So why don't you like icons?
Oh, geez. I
Have
didn't
you
mean to hit
seen-
that one.
Or maybe we should open a church. So you haven't. They make me... It's not... But she could at least make these drawings... Not my cup.
We need Akolina.
Yes. Tell you what, witch. If you beat me, I might even do both.
Let's
So
go.
be it, Broshka.
Here I come, Vasilisa.
Now we're in the fight. Let's do it. If you kill the demon now, the girl will die. Okay. No. I do not want to hurt her. I mean, she's got a ton of health, but... We'll get blessed, we'll get piety. I can't actually do enough damage to kill her in one turn, so we'll just go all in. $150. So we are at 2 more duration on critical health, and it is going to use demonic strength and give itself bless and ward. I see. We need to go all in on this thing being problematic. I don't have the herb that would deal with its buffs, but here we go. We're just doing what we can.
Get away
from my Akulina.
Away with you, demon!
Alright. It's gonna do 13 to me. Let's throw on some waste. That will have to do. I am going to be taking some damage for sure. Critical health is no longer a thing though. So. And we will heal ourselves a little bit. It's got Bless and Ward. I don't think I have anything that will deal with that. So, let's go. I am gonna take damage, some damage, but that's okay. I only took 3. Guess we're healing a lot this time. But you can also deal damage. Piety is almost out.
I'll just crawl inside the girl. You won't get me there.
Oh, no you won't. I have a Zagavar with your name on it.
Nikota is inside the girl. If you kill the demon now, the girl will die. But I'm not close to killing her, so... let's replenish 8 and so for the next 3 turns I really cannot, I have to avoid killing her, but I don't think I'm close enough to kill her yet, so this and this. I'm gonna throw in lock as well. And do this. It's gonna heal itself, so throw that up. It's gonna bless and ward itself again, so we're just gonna do as much damage as we can. Oh shit, did I kill her? Let's restart the battle. That was bad. I goofed it. I goofed it. Don't really need to heal at the beginning, so I guess we'll use that one. I goofed it, Trav. We will do it again. So that's all the damage we get before critical health comes into play, but I don't care. We are gonna do... There now Blessed Ward is coming into play, so we're gonna do as much damage as we can early on. And bless ourselves as well. Actually, let's do the bless first. Yeah. So they're blessed and warded now.
Get away from my Aquilina.
Away with you.
So now I need to, like, ward up. Get my defensive on. We took 11 damage there. That was not pretty. And I have no healing this turn. Oh, that was not the herb I wanted, but that is the herb I got. Okay. Yeah, you're still trying to hurt me good. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're just gonna shield up and weather the storm. Okay. Actual healing this time. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try and do this. We will still be taking some of this damage, but it will be better. Okay, we have only damage. You're trying to do critical health again. 68. I don't think I can do 68 this round, but I will try. I can do 67. I was so close. For the next 3 turns, I can do 0 damage to her.
Inside the girl. You won't.
Oh, no, you won't.
Well. Oh, I'm already doing 7 damage to her, and this is so bad. She only has 6 health left, and I can't unlock this. Firmer Than Stone is gonna kill her again. It really just depends on what pages you get. Oh, here we are. Well, I cannot seem to get past this fight because it's got a mechanic that I haven't gotten, and unfortunately this is where I have to end for today. So we're ending on a loss, but we will try this again tomorrow. Oh. Thank you everyone for joining me today for another round of Black Book. We will be continuing this tomorrow because my name is May and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If that is not your time zone, feel free to give me a follow and put on notifications either here or over on Blue Sky. I post in both places to say that I'm going, or well, notifications go out from both places to say that I'm going live. You get to choose which one you'd prefer, but I would love to hear your thoughts over on Blue Sky. Tell me how you enjoyed my stream. Tell me what you learned. Have a discussion with me. Please, come be my friend. I beg you. I also have a YouTube channel, so if you've missed anything from today's stream or any other game that I have streamed, it's all there for you for 24/7. You can have my company, and everything is in a very easy to find playlists for your convenience, so you don't have to search for a particular video. If you subscribe and ring the bell, then you'll know when the VODs go live, and that's it, really. I make no money over there. It's just for you guys. I also raid my friends. So here's the raid message. We're gonna go find friends to raid, and if there's no friends to raid right now, I will make new friends. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Let's see here. Who is up? You know what? Psycho Phoenix, aka PP, is playing TCG Card Shop Simulator, which will be much less crazy, forgiven value of crazy, than what we've been through today. So let's go and support her and enjoy her content for a while. I hope you will give her all my love with your own. Feel free to copy pasta the raid message or use your own love heart or raid emojis to support your communities. And have a fantastic rest of your day. I insist. I hope I will see all of you again tomorrow, but for now, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.